I'd be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, so let's get into this.
You know. Damn, it's banging. You know. It's banging. Oh, banging.
Snoopy's Gang and Angelz, check it out. I'm back. And with this mukbang right here, we're going straight to the land where this originated from, okay? Mukbanging or mukbang, straight from Korea. All right, so we got some original Korean fried chicken right here. No sauce on it, no none of that. Just I wanted to try the regular fried chicken to see how it goes. I have a Korean corn dog that I've been just like forever wanted to try. So I'll tell you how I prepped it in a second. Very easy. So there's mozzarella cheese on the top and then fish sausage on the bottom. Never had that, but I'm into Korean food and culture, so we're about to get it in. The po-up is the Summersby's Pear. This is one of the best tasting beverages I've ever had in my life, other than Hennessy and Martinelli sparkling apple cider. All right, so we're about to get it in. Shout out to my Korean fams and peeps out there. We're gonna get a little conversation in about a Korean show that I love called Kingdom. But for right now, let's disperse the chicken. So this is what it looks like right here. This place right here, their food is just off the hook, straight banging. And what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So everything came up to $16.70, and they charged me for the sauce too. So I got, I don't know, like I think it's a special sauce, right? We'll try that out. I don't know if they put that on the red fried chicken to make that sweet one, and they both have sweet to it, but this is the hot one. So we're definitely trying those. All right, so let's get the chicken out. Come on, chicken. Ooh, damn, look at this. I've noticed, man, Koreans got they got it down when they get their chicken game is off the hook. All right, so let's get a couple pieces out here. Now, mind you, that this is about 2 hours later because I had to drive far to get it. So we'll try those three for now. Oh, I got this right here to wipe my hands with. And I'm just gonna open these sauces and get them ready. Just give us a smell. Oh, that smells good. You can smell. Almost like an oniony garlic type of smell. Put that to the side, and then we'll put this one to the side as well. This one's a hot one. He said this one's extremely hot, and he was looking at me like, you know. I one thing I gotta say about all the Asian countries around the world, that one smells sweeter. They love their heat. It's a different type of heat too, but I love it too. All right, and everybody knows, right, around here, around these parts right here, that when you show up, they're also showing up for the po-up. You can smell the pears. Cheers, y'all. Oh, never disappointing. Refreshing. Summertime, I'm gonna have a few of those on my new backyard, but we ain't gonna talk about that yet. But you know, it is what it is. Let's go in and try this drum right here. Korean fried chicken. All right, let's try it out. So from jump, it's very flavorful and delicious. There's not a lot going on. Chicken with the crispy skin. Now the skin, like I said, would have been crispier, but I had to travel home with it and reheat it. But it's still good. Shout out to my brethren Kerry at work, man. He did say, Snoop, this chicken is good later and the next day. Well, I'm gonna go for the hot one first. All right, let's move this in just a little bit. Let's try this. Let's see how this do. Ooh. Korean fried chicken with this, I think he says slightly sweet, super hot, and spicy sauces going. It's not too hot yet, but you gotta be careful with samyang or Korean spice. Sometimes you work it around a little bit and it just hits you. Well, it's a delicious tasting sauce though. It's getting hotter. Yeah, I knew it. But it's a good heat. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. All right. Moving on to the next sauce. It's a nice little juicy nug right here. Look at that. All right. Let's give it a good dunk on that one. Damn, she thick. She plump. Look at that. They look the same. They do. Two complete different flavors. They're both sweet, not overpowering sweet. This one has a peppery herb type of taste to it. It's really hard to describe. But it's amazing. All I need now is some spicy noodles. That market that I went to got everything. From all the samyang sauces, the buldak sauces, noodles galore, seafood galore. How they cut their chicken is crazy. I like it. Because even the parts I really don't care for, like the white meat, it's not tough at all. The dark meat is just bomb. Damn, that's good. So I'm trying to figure out what part of the chicken is this. So it almost looks like the wing a little bit. But then there's a wing in the box too. I don't know. Going for the hot. A lot of small bones on that. This part right here. That spicy sauce is kicking. All right. So. There's a Korean show that I'm watching. Well, I've already watched it. Excuse me. Season 1 and season 2. It's called Kingdom. And let me tell you, man, this show is explosive. And when you watch it back and then put it in English, excuse me, because it's more authentic when you let them speak in their language and then you read the subtitles. Excuse me. I don't totally hate it, but I don't like to read when I watch a movie. I just like to watch everything that's going on, right? So I've watched season 1 and 2 probably like 4 or 5 times already. And then I'm recently watching, actually I finished it already. I'm watching it in English. Wicked show. So let's try this Korean hot dog. I know there's many different kinds, but we'll try this one. See how it goes. No cheese pull, but that is very flavorful. I got some ketchup and some mustard right here. Really gooey. I like it. You thought I was gonna say it. I like it a lot. Before we get into the show, I'm gonna smash on this a little bit. I wanted to say, like, I'm a huge martial arts fan. I studied it too, and I watched it since I was a little kid. I used to love that. They're like, come from your master's chambers and fight me. I will show you exactly my technique is better than yours. Oh, so you think your technique is better than mine, huh? Allow me to demonstrate the swordsman style. Huh? Oh man, I used to get a kick out of the dub. I still do. I love it. And then sometimes I used to be like, man, the dub looks close to the English that you're hearing. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody else noticed that. Okay. So now we're at the part. Right, there you go. That's a fish sausage. And right now, it just tastes like a very yummy high-end hot dog. So, yeah, no crazy smells. It's pretty good. So far, so good. I was making my purchase. I picked up a couple other things too, some chopsticks. And I seen they have some boxers. I love wearing fitted boxers, right? So I seen the white fitted boxers. I was like, ooh, $3.99 for one. It's got the stretchy bottom part for your thighs, right? So I take up a large and a medium because I don't know how it's gonna fit. So get home, shower, try them on. So anyway, long story short, I'm in the line paying for my stuff. She picks it up and looks at it, looks at me. She goes, what she said? She said something like this. She said, this enough for you. These are beats enough for you. So I looked at her confused, like, what do you mean they're not for me? She goes, these are briefs are made for Korean men. And she started going like this. I was like, Korean men? Like, okay. And? She said, no, not for you. Not for you. For Korean men. And she was going like this. So I was like, oh, flat. Yeah. Oh, you mean like no booty? I wanted to say, oh, they ain't got no ass, huh? All right. I'm going to fill these up proper like. Especially with my thick legs. So that was with the large pair. And then I said, can you open that so I can see the size of it? The large, right? Regular large. She hesitated. But then I warmed up a little bit more and I was like, if it's what I like, I'll go back and grab some more. She goes, okay. She opened it up, held it up like this. I was like, yeah, that's all right. Might be a little bit too big. In my head, I was like, made for Korean. That's big for a large. I went back and picked up another pack that wasn't open of the large and a medium. I'm going to try it out. But I thought that was funny. Just saying. Not for you. Made for Korean man. What? Okay. All right. So, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen Kingdom. It's not The Kingdom. It's Kingdom. It's on Netflix, season 1 and season 2. Go. I just got hella hot. Kingdom is dope. So, what it is, I'll just tell you a little bit. These little flowers, and underneath the leaf is like a nice bright violet, purplish type of flower, right? It has these beautiful big green leaves, and underneath are these little, look like minced garlic you buy in a bottle. And there's tons of them plastered on the underside of these leaves. So what happens is if you digest this, the sauce has some kick. When you digest this thing, it brings the dead back to life, basically, right? And this is what happens in this show. So of course, the outbreak starts happening. Nobody knows what's going on, right? Family members and stuff until it starts to multiply or whatever. So of course it's the survival that I love. It's just how they're just like at a moment's notice, like you just got this thing's just breaking out because this thing is not going to stop and say, okay, we're coming now, you guys ready? Now you're seeing people getting their faces bitten off, necks bitten off, their family and loved ones are turning and they're dead 1 minute with their neck ripped open, and then they're waking up and they're chasing after you now, right? So can you imagine how hard that could be to have your family member die in front of you and then get up and try to get you and you don't know what's going on? Very, very, very great show. Highly recommend it. I always recommend it. So, and there's a lot of stuff going on with the storyline too, with the corrupt queen. She wants to remain heir to the throne. Excuse me. She doesn't want the crown prince to become king. They want to keep the king. That he died in battle and came back as a zombie too. So, but they're keeping his body. So there's like sinister stuff going on as you watch the show. They're keeping him. And something's happening with the women and the girl babies, the baby girls. They're all dying, coming up short. I'm not going to give anything away with that. But she needs a son. For some reason, she can't have the son. Is either because she can't get pregnant or don't nobody want to get her pregnant, right? Crazy as hell. I don't blame the Korean dudes for just wanting to not have nothing to do with her, but she's crazy. Then you have the scientist, which is the cool little lady, man. She's trying to come up with a cure. And in the meantime, they're running for their lives. There's a scene, I think I mentioned this before, where the lady's running and she's got her baby strapped to her back, right? This was about 3 or 4 episodes in. And you know, like Asian style castles or whatever you call them, they have the shingles. They got up there. They started running because these things were breaking into the little rooms and stuff and getting you and grabbing you by the feet, pulling you, eating you. And they don't just, it's not just one that gets you. It's like they all pile up on you, right? And so this lady's running and they're on top and she sees and she's running for help and she's got her baby, man. I was just like, damn, this ain't going to end well, dude. The last thing I want to see is anything to do with kids getting hurt, right? So they made like this little line. One guy holding this another guy's ankle, holding another guy's ankle. And he reached for her. And it was like this. She grabs onto him. And they're trying to pull her up, but they can't get her up. She's too heavy. And just the angle's just not allowing for it, right? So these things catch up, dude. They probably like 50, 60 of these things. They're running, see her. And they can smell like a couple of drops of blood, right? Anyway, really sad, man. They grab her, 3 or 4 of her, grab her by the leg. They're already biting her. She's already bit. So he's losing grip, right? Losing grip. And then another dude comes from around and he reaches down and he grabs the baby by, because the baby has a little cloth, right? Grabs the baby up out of that cloth. The baby's in another cloth. Pulls the baby, right when the baby comes up out of that little pouch, she falls down like in slow motion. Boom, gone. They all like jumping on top of her. And sad. There's a lot of stuff in there that's gonna make you be like, oh, dude, that's horrible. But it's what I like about the show. It's reality, where it's like, you know, not everybody's a hero is gonna make it, right? Even a lot of the warriors died too. A lot of them, man. Hey, Trip, there's this one dude though. If he was hella sick, when you watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. He run hella fast. And he's a wicked swordsman. Wicked fighter. Man, these things are jumping at, they're jumping at all of them in all these different angles. And he's like, wow, with the neck, and slice it with the sword over here, and then behind his shoulder, and then all this other stuff. But action-packed, drama, a lot of scary parts, man, but there's a part that I love. The only way to get rid of this thing is extreme heat or extreme cold. So, yo, there's a, okay, so that same baby, so the queen, no, not a different baby. Let me cut into another scene. Oh, man. That pear is refreshing. So, Trip. Oh, how was I going to tell you? Oh, okay. So, there's a scene where these zombies, they rush into the queen's chambers, right? She's got a massive chamber. They rush in. These guys are trying to fight. They're getting bit. Some of them are getting away and surviving. They make their way up and get the queen with the baby. Now, they don't show any detail with the baby, but they get the queen. She's dead. She comes back, right? Anyway, so the scientist lady, she's stuck in there too. So she runs from another room and comes out there, and she's looking like how am I gonna get out of here, right? So as she's fighting these things, she's got a stick with a little cloth on it. She dips it in the fire. She's backing these things off, but she's getting ready to get done, right? And as she's slowly like wearing down for her death, she hears the baby cry. And she looks over to the side, and the baby's up there on the, you know, where the queen was sitting, right? Like 2 or 3 steps up. So she fights off a couple more of those things and then runs and grabs the baby and puts him in her arms like a football. And then she kind of glances at the fire. She remembers real quickly for a quick second, hey, this thing can't take heat. So there's a huge piece of cloth. Oh man, I haven't spilled sauce on me. I didn't even see that. Oh, just gotta wash. Anyway, whatever. The life of a mukbanger. So anyway, listen, y'all, before we get out of here. She gets the baby like this. She remembers about the heat, and these things are like 30, 40 deep, right? And they're coming because they're smelling blood. So they can smell it from far away. They're all coming. Excuse me. She takes the torch and she douses it onto that cloak or whatever it is, right? And she runs, she picks it up, and with one hand she got the baby, the other hand is this nice little piece of like a miniature blanket or something, this cloth, probably somebody's clothing, and it's on fire, and she throws it over her head like this, and she's just boogies, like straight beeline, straight forward, right? And these things are like, and they're like moving out the way or whatever. She's slow motion, do a straight hero moment, and she's a straight G too. And she bounces through, and she's running. She gets outside. She runs as far as she can before this thing starts to like burn her, and she tosses it off. And she makes it to the area where the crown prince and his little bodyguard dude and a whole bunch of the other straight warriors, man, that are with him. Probably like about 15 of them. And she gets to safety. Then there's another part where they run on ice, and that's a whole other thing because heat gets rid of it. And water, ice cold water, where they break this lake, dude. They lost a lot of homies on this one, but they break the lake and they all fall into the lake, right? Ice cold water. And they all kind of like pass out. And the zombies die. But these guys are all bit and infected, right? They're about to turn. They fall out like this. So they're out for like a good, I don't know how long they show them out for, like maybe like 30, 40 seconds. But, you know, they're out for a while, and then the worms from that plant that goes into your brain, goes through your eyeballs, goes in your brain, that brings you back to the dead, they start coming out their pores and floating up, right? And then after a few seconds, they're like, they're all like waking up, and then they're like swimming up to the top, bro, and it's like, oh, that air just makes you want to breathe too. When I was watching, I was like, damn, I have my feet on my recliner like this, watching it, right? Got my ice cream, I'm just like slamming it down, right? Wicked show. So they live because the cold ice water temperature released the disease that was inside, right? So it's just like an alien taking over the host, which is the human, and then it's crazy, man. But it's a really well put together show, and I highly recommend if you're looking for something cozy to watch, man. Watch Kingdom, and then come back in the comment section or hit me up on Instagram and be like, Lil Snoop, I watched the show, dude. The show is dope. I love it. Thanks for recommending it. It's my number one highly most recommended show because it's action packed and scary, and the drama is just it's so much going on. And the way season 2 and season 3 is coming, they're 5 months into filming production right now. But man, what a show. You know what I want to do? I want to do Korean hot pot. Shout out to Big Guy Appetite, man. I see him do that a lot. Korean food is kind of sparking up here on YouTube, so I want to get some, some hot food. And where you have the little grill and you have them. I've seen all the marinated meats in packages at this market. I can't wait. You take your little chopsticks and you put it on, cook it to your liking, and eat just like that. Have your little Korean alcohol, man. I'm telling you, that's gonna be a nice little setting. I just have to get more space. I want to back up just a little bit more, maybe buy a little camera for like $2-3, and so I can get a better zoom, right? So that I can cook and have enough space so I'm not crunched into this little space, you know what I mean? But I mean, I'm thankful for now. I mean, this is all off my phone still, Galaxy 7, so the quality, once you have your phone and you have I got a light here, a light in front of me, ring light in front of behind my phone to get straight forward, and 2 lights on the side. I also want to get a light for the top too, see how that works. But basically, these phones have the best cameras. So anybody wanting to start a channel, just have a really good phone, good lighting, And just make sure your content is banging. I hope my content is banging. I hope you guys enjoyed this video right here. This Korean fried chicken and Korean corn dog, which was a fish sausage, which was very good. At first, I was like, man, I don't know, man. It might be fishy. It might be, you know, some things I just can't stomach and eat. And taste and flavors might be a little strong. But it wasn't. It was really good. So I recommend it. I have a pack and I will be eating them throughout the week. Excuse me. If there's any Korean food that you guys want to see me do that you recommend that's delicious and I won't be like, ugh, you know what I mean? Hit me up in the comments below. I was going to mention something else before I leave. Let's get another cheers. Oh, man. I got some banana cream pie for dessert. But I was going to say something to you guys, man. I forgot. Anyway, listen. Please, please, please do not forget to subscribe. It's free. Show your boy some love. Leave a comment. Share me out. And like this video. I'm going to close it right now. Check out Kingdom on Netflix. You will not regret it if that's your type of get down, right? It's cozy. Get you a little snack. Get you some fried chicken. Korean fried chicken. Or some ice cream. Banana cream pie. That's what I was going to tell you is what I have for dessert tonight. All right. HigerVibrations is on sale $4.49 at Sobeys, so go and get you some. Other than that, man, it's your boy Snoopy Eats about to sign out. Stay blessed. I love you guys. Thank you. I see all your comments. And even if I don't get back to comment back right away, I'm reading them. And they put a smile on my face. You guys are great. I love you. Keep it banging. Until next time, you know.